bonus here. This is another piston that I've had soaking in a like a pickle jar or something for like, could be 6 months, I don't know. But it's got stuck rings also. I've already loosened the top ring. Now I'm going to go for the second ring. So you see the gap right there. So I have this tiny little screwdriver here that I think has been broke off, and I reground the end. So I just put it in there, and I got to set the camera down when I do this, unfortunately. But I just use it like a chisel. I have this little hammer. I just give it a couple little taps, and I'll show you here the results. See, it's already pushed the ring up there in one spot, and then you just pry gently. You got to be gentle. That's the main thing here. You got to be real gentle. Now I'm prying the other direction. See it pop that one out. You see it coming out. Just don't go too far. See, this one's wanting to come out now, but I got to do the other end here a little bit more. Get too radical with it, and you'll break the ring. Then I have a larger size screwdriver that I can put in there a little bit. Yeah, there we go. See, you just got to wiggle it slowly and gently, and then going to come back to this one and just squeeze them back in. Maybe put some penetrating oil. So I know it's been soaking in it for 6 months. I think my best bet here is to remove the top ring. That'll get it out of the way, so I can. You just keep springing it like that. This one here, same thing, and sooner or later they'll come loose. I can probably show the same thing with the oil ring here. Get that in there and just pry on it a little bit. Like I say, you just got to be gentle. Otherwise they do break. I've broken a number of them. You can't always save them, but sometimes you can. This one required a different technique. I had to hold the top down. At the same time, I got this brass hammer and I bounced the bottom one. And because it's kind of a spring, it transferred the energy around the other side and eventually broke it loose, and then finally it starts spinning. So there you go. So that one's free now too. But like I say, this side, the bottom side, broke loose first, so I had to like pound it back in, just tap it back in. I mean, a person could use, I guess, a wooden hammer handle or anything like that. Just don't want to damage the piston or the ring, so I wouldn't use like steel hammer or nothing. So, but that worked. It broke her loose. Here I successfully got all of those 3.5 horse piston rings off. The second ring's looking pretty pitted on the top side of it. The other rings aren't looking bad. One thing I was just going to mention is the amount of paper towel I go through doing something like this is pretty crazy. One thing I discovered in Canada, you get, they're basically a square sheet, but Walmart in the States, you can get these, I guess they're kind of half sheets, and they seem to come in more handy. I normally tear them in half too, but yeah, so I go through a bunch of paper towel doing jobs like this. I've also cleaned this off here, and I scraped it and sanded it, and I'll JB weld it. But first of all, I will spray it down with brake cleaner, and then let it dry, wipe it once more, and then apply the JB weld. So I'll close that up, so basically the block will still be usable again.